found this medium.com website called PS I Love You, and a very interesting story they decided to put together. And it's titled Women Settle for Jerks for One Simple Reason. Now, some of you might have heard some of my comments on online dating about the fact that I've listened to the book from Robert Glover, No More Mr. Nice Guy. And there's also some books on female psychology I've also read about as well. Just, trying to learn what I can learn. Because, during this time of coronavirus, the pandemic, and even though we're working our way back, I'm still not interested in dating anybody right now. As long as we have masks we have to wear and things like that. So I'm just not that interested. Anyway, the story here from Jessica Wildfire reads, I'll never forget the time I fell for a neg. It was almost fatal. If you don't know, neg is a pickup slang for a backhanded compliment. Okay, negs, I know this because this is part of the whole PUA stuff, pickup artist thing. So, when you're meeting together with a crowd or with a girl, you're trying to be like the suave, Casanova, Don Juan type, trying to get, what can you do to talk her into your bed? That's basically the idea. It's like almost like a mating kind of ritual. That's the idea. It doesn't work. It's not that good. But anyway, this writer mentions the point. She says the guy strolled up to me at the end of a conference and started critiquing my presentation. I started to shut down when he told me how much potential I had if I could just work on some things. Walking off, he turned around and said sarcastically, good luck landing a job. I didn't take it well. It had been a day filled with microaggressions, people interrupting my conversations, asking me to throw away their trash. He sent me an apology letter through a mutual friend, admitted being attracted to me and intimidated. He admitted wanting to take me down a peg and then asked me out. Then he asked me out. I said yes, and we wound up dating for a year. So many guys scratch their heads and wonder why women always date such jerks. The answer is simple, she says. Women fall for jerks because they have low self-esteem. They think they don't deserve better. Take any attractive, sophisticated woman. You don't see it, but she navigates judgment every single day. She deals with 100 little paper cuts to her self-esteem and a sense of intrinsic worth. So do a lot of men. They're constantly reminded of how they don't fit the alpha male profile. Well said. If you've ever spotted a girl with a guy who seems way out of her league, that's part of the equation. She's working him into little frenzies of self-doubt. He doesn't show it because men are supposed to act ultra confident. Deep inside, he also thinks they can't do any better. So most women make conscious decisions about what to speak up about and what to let slide. If they pointed out every single instance of sexism, some dude would accuse them of talking too much. And there's a special type of predator down there. You know him as a jerk. Well, it's the pickup artist. Really, that's what it is. She's being too nice here of not calling it a pickup artist, but it is a pickup artist. So now, women know him by lots of different names. He sniffs a woman out to find her carefully concealed insecurities. He preys on her, chisels away at her confidence, becomes the dad she can never please or the brother she was always taking care of. Meanwhile, he drives away any guy who might be good for her, questions her choice in friends, and refuses to socialize with them. It's also a nice guy. Nice guys also act like this too. Because then the thing is, they will say the things they need to say in order to get the girl. But then after that, bad. He blows up at the slightest provocations, has meltdowns. Remember the Bachelor contestant I showed you that was absolutely a pure nice guy? That was what she picked up here. That's what she got. Part of it can be pickup artist, which she said earlier, and then this part is the nice guy part. So he makes himself the new center of her world. Mistake. Behavior compounds her insecurities. She becomes addicted to trying to make him happy. She is acting like the nice guy. Now she's the nice girl. Not working. My friends were relieved when I finally dumped my jerk. For a year, he micro-cheated on me while accusing me of infidelity. Yeah, projection, turning it on the other. Stirred up drama with my social circles. Fish for compliments constantly. When you're getting that and it's not sincere, something's wrong. He corrected me on topics he knew nothing about. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, that's messed up. Called my career cute. Referred to me as an amateur in front of his friends. One day he flat out announced that he was smarter than me. And he's doing it in front of his friends. So he's obviously acting two-faced in front of you, in front of him. In front of them, in front of you. Right? Looking back, I can honestly say I stayed with him so long because I thought he was the best I could do. Oh, poor thing. Then one day I found out I could do better. A guy I found incredibly attractive started flirting with me. No nags. He asked me out. I said yes. The next day I dumped my jerk. I felt like I'd broken a spell. Then she gets into the point that really needs to get me brought across to all the women out there. When we talk about confidence, we don't really talk about the extra layer women have to develop. We're talking about the confidence that can handle stalkers, incels, death threats, and constant demeaning. We're talking about an entire podcast dedicated to shredding outspoken women down to their last atom. We're talking about men who just can't just agree with a woman. They have to destroy her. On top of that, every inch of pop culture constantly whispers to women, "You're not enough." Well, I blame that to the magazines and to the beauty the beauty products that are out there, every kind of YouTube do-it-yourself beauty kind of thing, because beauty is also said a lot of different things. And I'll tell you, as you know as well, with me, I'm not a small guy, so body positive I can absolutely agree with, and I'm all about acceptance. That part I can definitely accept. A lot of women are beautiful, and I don't apply into the whole like makeup needs to be a certain thing for beauty to be put together, or that a woman have to be a certain shape or size. Now, I don't discriminate like that. Which doesn't, I don't get where people discriminate in general, but that's just me anyway. So now, she mentioned social media. Yeah, social media is just not a downer for everybody. So if you don't want women to date jerks, help build up their confidence. Men in successful relationships know what I'm talking about. They don't pile on their wives and girlfriends. They compliment their personality and their intelligence, not just their looks. They share an actual life together, not just sex. Good. Everyone knows the one guy who says he just wants a smart, attractive girlfriend with a sense of humor. You know what he really means? He wants a babe who listens to his bro philosophy, reads every book he recommends, and laughs at his jokes. He can't handle a woman with real confidence. He needs to learn how. True. Actually, funny how she said exact. Smart, attractive, with a sense of humor. She's absolutely right. Men don't have to be the best at everything. Guys in successful relationships know this. I'm one. But some guys still think they need to be superior to their partner. They still have to be the smart one, the funny one. Well, but also they don't, he can't be the other way around. The guy can't be demean himself. Like he has to have his role to be the alpha male, and the woman has to also be, the what's the word? The nurturer, like the support system, but also in an equal sense. Like women and men have their roles, and they should have their roles to keep a balanced relationship, right? So she goes into her whole story and then moves along and says, part of the problem is many men feel that if they can't be the smart one, the funny one, or the one with all the money, then they don't have anything to offer women. That's not true. And I used to think that too. I'll admit. Another set of lies society dumps on us that makes it harder for us to have meaningful relationships. Once a woman has her confidence, she needs to start building up the confidence of her partner. We assume men just have confidence. A lot of them don't. Their confidence is based on extrinsic qualities like how much they get paid for their watch, or they paid for their watch. Some guys have even confessed to me they find it difficult to date women who disagree with them, hold advanced degrees, or make them second guess their own intelligence. But here's the thing, pray tell. Because I've had women that have been probably a lot smarter than me, probably a lot more well-educated than me, but then they also have been a little bit damaged themselves trying to go ahead and use their expertise to try to, browbeat a guy like me to make me, to enable me into something that they want them to have. And then I realized that, and I got out of there, man. The last time that happened to me, I was like, no, we're not doing this. One date, I was like, okay, done. I'm out. Some men even find it difficult to have female friends or colleagues who are attractive, but also more successful than them. They'll mention it, and then it says it doesn't bother them. I always wonder, if it didn't bother them, why are they even bringing it up? So self-esteem makes for good dating material, she says. A lot of men aren't sexist. They're just insecure. Society leads them to believe they have to be Elon Musk, Clint Eastwood, and Brad Pitt wrapped up into one deluxe bundle. They go almost as nuts as women trying to live up to the ridiculous expectations. Yeah, you're not Christian Grey, you guys. Come on, you're not 50 Shades, you dumbasses. Stop it. I would never think to be like that. No, nothing close. They think if they're not cuffing the cloth of a Nicholas Sparks novel, Nicholas Sparks, then they have to settle, or they think they have to knock women down a peg and berate them to stand a chance. And I'll admit, I've done it, and I'm sorry that I did. I'm not sorry that I did it. Just sorry, I feel bad that I did. It didn't do me any good. Let's all stop trying to compensate for not living up to expectations based on fictional characters and celebrities who can't even live up to their own image. Let's build up our partners. I love that.